Hey beauties, it's your girl She-Fowl. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and welcome to my channel. Enjoy. Hey beauties, today we're going to do a simple beat, nothing too big. So right now I'm just going to put the primer on my skin to protect it. As you can see, I suffer for a lot of blemishes. I used to suffer from severe acne, and I am left with these scars that I am dealing with today, child. But let me tell you, I have come a long, long way. So what I'm left with now, I'm happy with, and they are fading by the day. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to color conceal. What I'm using is a red concealer, and what red concealer does is cancel out dark marks. So that's what I'm doing here, is just canceling out the dark marks. Next we're going to get into these brows. Child, struggle. It's real. Don't talk about my pencil. I'm just going to spool them out, and they look a little crazy right now, but I'm just going to take this yellow concealer and sharpen them up, shape them up, because they're looking real bushy and crazy right now. I want my eyebrows to match. I don't like really thick eyebrows. Something about thick eyebrows that makes me think about the Count Dracula from Sesame Street. And I don't want that. What I want my eyebrows to do is to look like the McDonald's arches. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. If I can get them like that, then I'll be satisfied. But I'm going to get them as close as I can get them, y'all. Don't even ask me what's going on underneath this scarf. I took my wig off. My birthday in 5 days. I ain't found me no birthday hair yet. So I just flat iron my real hair until I figure it out, child. Yes, I am still playing with these eyebrows 2 hours later. Bear with me, y'all. I'm going to get them together, I promise. People say your eyebrows are supposed to be like cousins. Sometimes I feel like my eyebrows aren't even related. They work against me. So now I'm just going to blend in my concealer. If you want to know why I left my concealers just sitting on my face that long, it's because that Pro concealer was really wet. So I give it time to dry a little bit before I pat it in. So it kind of like thickens up, kind of like gravy, Just let it sit there and thicken up for a little while. Then I start patting it in to my face, starting by the darkest colors, which is the red. So that's why I pat the red in first. I'm going to use a little bit more concealer just so I don't look too orange. And this is a Fine and Pro concealer. And it just kind of gives it a little bit more coverage because of the black marks on my cheek and underneath my chin and underneath my eyes. So that's why I'm just putting that over the red concealer. Alright, the good part is coming, y'all. I love this part. So, right now we're going to get into our eyeshadow. And I'm using Jarvis Place eyeshadow. And the first color we're going to use is the yellow. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't remember the color of that yellow. But the first color we're going to use as our base is the yellow. And we're going to take it as close as the raw bone as we can get. Not too far up, but as close as we can get. And you don't want to mess up those eyebrows you spend all day doing, do you? Some people like to do their eyeshadow after their foundation, but I like to do my eyeshadow then foundation. I'm just going to wipe my brush off. I'm using the same brush, y'all. Then I'm going to use this brown in the same palette. And when I'm doing this, then I just want to take this brown not too far up till I cover the yellow, but up far enough where you can still see the yellow peeking through. Does that make sense? Okay. Either way, you want it to look like the sun just set on your eyelids, child. So next color we're going to use in the Warrior palette is this gold color. And we're just going to pat that in to the eyelid, right underneath that brown. I'm sleepy, y'all. I'm at work right now. And I was like, I want to do this video. This is my first video. I'm excited. I want to hear all your comments. Critique me. Let me know what I could have done better. Let me know what you like about the video. Just comment, y'all, because I want to really keep making these videos. And hopefully one day I'll be just flawless at it. I'm still learning myself. This brush here is a fluffy brush, and I'm going to use this to buff out the brown just so it is like blended in with the yellow but not taking away from the yellow. So what I do is I just take a little bit of the brown and mix it in with the yellow, so that way you can't really see like the line of demarcation. It's just like a flow. Now I'm just going to go ahead and finish patting in that concealer, that fawn concealer that I put on over the red. Alright guys, this is almost there. We're getting to the home stretch now. The hard part is over. Now I'm going to just take that concealer on my forehead and try to get that yellow cast from my eyebrows, but I probably won't get all of it off, so we'll take care of the rest of that once we lay that foundation. So this is my foundation, which I get from CVS. It is called Black Opal, and it's full coverage foundation. Y'all, I love Black Opal products, and it is inexpensive. CVS is coupons like every other week or so, where you can get like 50% off their products, makeup products. And I make sure that I use them every time, child. Like, you don't always have to use high-end makeup just to look good. People got kids, bills, and you still want to look good. Drugstore, honey. It works just as good. All that fanciness for what? Just to say that you did it? Please. We about to get this beat going. Straight from the drugstore. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice to use the high-end makeup every now and again, but listen here. When I'm going to work, I am not using the good stuff. We will use the CVS. I'll use my high-end makeup sparingly because that stuff is expensive. So just make sure you cover all your face with that foundation. And don't forget to hit the neck. I don't know if you guys noticed, but don't take that brush and drag it across your face when you're trying to get the foundation in, honey. You've got to press it in to your face. When you do your chin, it doesn't matter. You can just drag it, and you just using the rest of it from the brush. So what I just did there is that is my setting powder, Sacha Buttercup. And what I'm doing is I'm opening my eyes because I have bags, honey, bags. So what I do is I set underneath my eye and make sure that my eyes open so I get the creases, and then I do another overlayer. So I'm like setting the setting powder, if that makes sense. So you'll see. There's a method to my madness, trust me. That pimple wants some attention, but I'm not going to give it any attention. Not today. Not today. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, pimple. I'm not going to put that setting powder over that pimple because when you set something, it just only brings it out more. And I'm just not in the mood to give that pimple any attention. Maybe another day. So I'm going to just go ahead and get the dust off my eyelashes while I'm sitting here baking. This eyeshadow is nothing special. I don't know how long I had it. It's just something just to get the dust off my eyelashes so I can put on my false eyelashes. So I'm going to use this contour palette by Black Radiance. And I like to use an angled brush when I do my cheeks. And make sure you powder up, girls. Not down. Powder up. Well, that one was too light, so I decided I would use a darker palette. It's just so my cheeks can pop. There you go. A deeper color. Because that other color was just a little bit too light and you really couldn't see, like, the contour of the cheekbones. Yeah. Turn the lights down a little bit. Let me know if you say it. When you see it, say, I see it. You see it. Now let's get into this nose, child. Everybody wants the Michael Jackson nose, but you know, we're going to get it as close as we can. When you contour your nose, make sure that you are taking that color from your nose up into your eyebrow. So you want to draw up. It's kind of like coloring, and you just want to stay in line and go upward into the eyebrows so everything flows together. You see that nose? Who needs a nose job? You're not paying for no nose job, honey. Now I take this brush and just dust away the top layer of setting powder. Remember I told you that I set the setting powder. So the powder that was underneath this part that I'm brushing away is what I'm brushing away. So under my eyes and my nose and forehead is basically set. And I'm just going to dust that powder away. You know what? This pimple. But I'm just going to put a little right here. I'm not going to really bake or anything. Just put a little set powder there just so look a little realistic. Spray, spray, spray. Spray your life away. Whew, child. Like to drown. I think I'll be all day trying to dry my face with that. That's better. And it's coming together, y'all. So I'm just going to put on some eyeliner. This eye pencil has definitely seen better days. It needs to be sharpened, but you know what? I'm in a hurry, and I really ain't got time for that. So we're just going to make it work. Now I'm just going to take some more of that blush and just go down the sides of my nose with it to make it stick out a little more. And then I want to take it up the sides on my forehead and up around my eyes just a little bit, just so I don't look so dead. Ain't nothing worse than a corpse face. So right now I'm just taking some of my Jarvis Place highlights and patting that onto my gold eyeliner just so it can pop a little more. So now I'm going to take this dark color from the Warrior palette and close up this eyeshadow here. And the reason why I'm using this type of brush, looks like a pencil, is because I want it to stay, the eyeshadow to stay right in a certain place. I don't want it to move anywhere else. I literally want it placed right here in the corner of my eye. So with this brush, I have more control over where the eyeshadow is going versus all over the place if you use a wider brush, where it kind of opens things up. And this brush is really kind of flat, more so too, so it's letting me be able to pat it in to the corners without it moving all over the place as well. You guys, none of my brushes are fancy. I literally got these brushes from like Amazon or Burlington. So obviously I didn't have any more lash glue, so I used hair glue. I'm telling you, if there's a will, there's a way, honey. And I will find a way. I will work with what I got. Now we got these lashes on. I'm just going to put some more of this highlighter in the corners of my eyes. I got this from my girl, Jewels. She showed me this little trick, and I love it. Gonna just fluff it out, buff it out, work it out, work it, girl. I'm really looking a little dead, so I'm gonna put a little bit more blush under my eyes, so just wake them up a little bit. These lips is crusty. So this lipstick is so dark, so that's why I just pat it a little bit in. Well, this is my go-to lipstick, as well as this one. And you see it ain't barely nothing left in this one because I use it every single day. So that's why I have to dig in and out. But I refuse to waste it. I will use it to the bitter end, honey. So I don't come from my crusty hands. I know I'm ashy. Next video, be sure to put some moisturizer on. So, guys, we are coming to the end. I don't know when I'm going to do this hair, child. My birthday in 5 days. I flat iron my hair. I got to find me a wig, child. I'm going to do a wig tutorial for y'all. I hope y'all like this speed. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what other videos you want to see. Comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See you beauties later on. It's been real. Love you guys. Smooches.